Well, hello and welcome to another session where we're going to be talking about how you can build your business using video marketing. And today we're going to be talking about creating viral headlines and dealing with compliance. Compliance is one of the things that you have to deal with specifically when it comes to certain kinds of products in the health industry. And when it comes to filming Amazon product reviews, this is especially true for the health niche. Now, in our last video, we were talking about niching down in your market by doing research as it relates to specific products you might want to talk about or different topics you want to talk about around a series of products. Like, for example, we talked about this red light therapy helmet that can be used for hair growth and different ways that you can use red light not only in treating hair but also in treating skin conditions and overall health conditions as well. And while those things are true, and a lot of doctors we saw online have used these kinds of treatments effectively with red light therapy, the FDA does not like it when we talk about alternative means for health conditions, alternative means for experiencing better health and better results with using supplements or even face creams, or in this case red light therapy. So we have to be very careful how we use our headlines if we're going to be posting them on places like Amazon. If you're going to be posting a video review that makes the claim that this particular product actually regrew my hair, if I were to say that, my video would be denied on the Amazon network, as it would likely be denied on other networks as well, because they do not want you making any type of medical claims whatsoever. So how do we get around compliance? Well, let me tell you a little bit about a situation I had with a product that I was talking about on Amazon for my cat's hair. She had developed some allergies and had developed an itchy spot where her hair was falling out. And I gave her a product called Allergy Relief for Cats. That was the name of the product, and that was how it was pitched on the Amazon store. And I thought, well, if the Amazon store talks about these conditions being treated with its product, then I ought to be able to talk about it as well. The product worked very well with my cat. I tried other products that did not work, but that particular product did. And I explained how I was giving it to my kitty and how all the hair that had fallen out had grown back in just a couple of months, and how she was doing so much better since I found that product. Just telling her story, my video review got denied. And it came down to the fact that I mentioned the name of the product, Allergy Relief for Cats. Yes, the very name of the product that's being posted on the store on Amazon was not allowed to be mentioned by me as a product reviewer. I thought that was kind of odd, but that is how strict their guidelines are. They do allow store owners a lot more leeway in terms of what they claim regarding their products. But when it comes to video reviews, which Amazon also sends out on other platforms for even increasing ad revenue, they'll sometimes pay for ads on some of these other platforms. So they have a very strict compliance guideline when it comes to medical products. And so on that video, I ended up having to take out all the part about how my kitty got better with her hair regrowth using that product. All I could do was show the product and talked about how my cat did well and liked the product, and how I was able to give it to her in her food, and how she was able to take it without any objection. And that's all I could say. I could talk about how she took the product, and I could show her hair and show that there was no missing spots on her hair anymore. She no longer had any itchy spots and missing hair. But I couldn't say that she had no more missing hair. All I could do was just show that she did well with this product. I showed the image of the product, and then I showed her hair, and that's all I could do. I couldn't even describe how much better her hair was doing. So that's something to keep in mind when you do headlines. And although most of our headlines are going to be featured on places like TikTok, YouTube, Shorts, and Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. And a lot of those organic traffic sources and social media sources are more lenient in what we can say, and we can talk about our stories with the products that we use. It's just important to be mindful that the FDA is cracking down on any type of ads with those kinds of headlines. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take some headlines that ChatGPT generated for me for my hair regrowth product. I'm going to show you my prompts that I used. And then we're going to take those ad headlines and reword them, giving it the ChatGPT different prompts so that we can make them more compliant for other types of networks, perhaps if we're going to use it with ads. And then we're going to make those headlines social media marketing friendly, because we're going to actually package them in a way that creates curiosity and causes people to want to interact with our posts on like Facebook groups and in different social media settings, where we might ask our viewers, what do you think about this or that? Instead of saying, this product did this, or here's my story, we are going to use headlines more in an area of an inquisitive way to get interaction with our audience. And that is how I suggest you use any type of headline that you might be looking at using in marketing to see what kind of traction it will get. You're going to probably want to go through the same process I'm going to show you here in taking those headlines and repackaging them for social media so that you can get interaction with your audience and it won't feel like you're pushing an ad on your audience. If you push ad like headlines on your Instagram Reels, for example, or in your YouTube Shorts, people aren't going to want to watch them. It's going to feel like an ad, and nobody wants to get on YouTube to watch ads. You get on YouTube to watch your favorite creators and learn what they're doing, but not to watch them push a product to try to get you to buy it. If that's all you do and that's all you post, you can tend to lose your audience very quickly. Okay, so let's go, and now let's turn over to ChatGPT and I'll show you the different prompts that I gave it for the different types of ways we can use these headlines to make them more viral. Okay, so here's the beginning of the prompt that I gave to ChatGPT. Keep in mind, I'm using the original version of ChatGPT that's free. And if you want to use something that's later that can get you more content, you can upload a document like ChatGPT 4, I believe, and anything later than that is able to upload documents, and you don't have to put the text of your document in the chat in order for it to read it and to be able to respond to it. But this is the free version. So let's look at the prompting that I gave it at the very beginning in the first paragraph. I said, you are an expert copywriter and marketing analyst. You understand the power of crafting an engaging hook. Let me explain what a hook is. That's like when you start your headline and you say, here's how I figured out a way to solve hair thinning. Or you might ask a question in a hook and say, do you have trouble with thinning hair? Here's how I learned to solve it. You want to do something that creates curiosity and calls out to your audience. So we often call those hooks or call outs. And in the process of crafting a hook, we want to create curiosity. So I said, you create curiosity with your ad call out headline. You can pinpoint the promise that your product offers by crafting it into a message that resonates with your ideal customer using the tools of specificity, credibility, and time frame expectations, as well as risk avoidance and money back guarantees. Please evaluate the following product information for an infrared laser hair helmet product called Restore, and craft 10 headline call out banners and short ad copy text that can be placed in Instagram Reels. Okay, so that's the framing that I gave Chat for this next section. Then I gave it the iStore product information directly off of Amazon. I'm going to just remind you where I found that. Right here on Amazon's bestsellers for the section dealing with hair regrowth devices. The iRestore product here that I have is this particular model. So I'm going to do a product review on this one. So we'll click this one. And then what I did is I just went down to the product details right here and copied all of this into chat. Right in this section, that's what I copied into chat. And then I went down here and I asked it to list out the 10 headline call out banners, and this is what it gave me. It said, regrow your hair in 6 months or your money back. That was one of the claims in the details of the product. Visible hair growth in as little as 3 months, FDA cleared, risk-free with our 6-month guarantee. You can see how this headline also appealed to the FDA, the fact that it was an FDA cleared product according to what iRestore says. Clinically proven hair growth, no pills, no mess. 100% of users saw results, experienced 43 increase in hair count. Now, I want you to notice some of these statements. They're very claimy in their sound. Clinically proven hair growth. First of all, clinically proven would, right off the bat, be removed from any ad platform. Amazon wouldn't accept it. Anything that appeals to clinic or FDA approved, even if it is true, they won't allow you to say that in your ads. There's a lot of legal concerns regarding this, and so they just won't allow you to say, even if it is true. And then 100% of users saw results. That is quite a claim to say 100% of users. I would not want this to run. I wouldn't even put this on the regular social media free traffic source either, because this can get you into trouble. 100%. What if you found a user that only used it once or twice and said they didn't get results, but you said 100% of users got a result? This could get you into serious trouble. So just because chat comes up with these ideas from the product details doesn't mean you should put them on the internet in any form. And this would definitely be something I would not want to put up online. Okay, tired of thinning hair? This FDA cleared laser system works. Regain confidence. Again, they're appealing to credibility here. This is great on products that are not medically oriented, but when it's medical oriented products, we're not going to want to mess with FDA type things, statements, or assuming that kind of thing. Some of these product owners have gotten sued from the FDA for making similar types of claims when it wasn't true. Now, I don't know about iRestore. They may have a clinically cleared product, or an FDA cleared product, but you don't want to take that chance. So a lot of these headlines, I like this one. Stronger, healthier hair, hands-free and hassle-free, no more mess, creams or tiring combs. Wear iRestore and stimulate hair growth while going about your day. Now, I kind of like that headline because there is no reference to the FDA or to clinical data. So that part is clear. You might have to be really careful if this were to be an ad. Stronger, healthier hair, hands-free and hassle-free. It's a good potential claim, but on an ad headline, you might have trouble with it. But it is a lot better than what we've seen so far. Again, avoid the FDA cleared. Thicker hair in 6 months. Again, that is a claim. It can be helpful on, non-paid traffic might let this go. You might say, here's a product that claims that you'll have thicker hair in 6 months. Here's a product that I found. They claim it's backed by science. You can make those kinds of statements and be totally fine on YouTube, at least at this point. Of course, you never know with them cracking down on health products what might happen in the future. But right now, if you say that this product claims this and preface this statement with that disclaimer right here, you'd probably be okay. I'm always careful when I post something to not make it sound like I'm the store owner. So if I post something like this, I'm going to make sure that it's a claim coming from the product manufacturer, not from me. Hair loss, we've got you covered with Laser Tech. And I would say hair loss, and I would say the name of the product. In this case, iRestore has got you covered with Laser Tech. That's how I would use that headline. Hair growth that actually works. And again, get rid of this 100% of users saw a result. It could get you into trouble. So avoid those kinds of things. So that's the first attempt at the headlines with ChatGPT. Now I drilled down a little bit further. I said, now regenerate these headlines and banners without mentioning the name of the product, because you want to create curiosity. So a good rule of thumb when you're trying to catch a user's attention in advertising, or whether you're using social media, but it's somebody who's scrolling and you want to stop the scroll so they're not exactly looking for your product. It's not buyer intent traffic. It is interruption traffic. That's what you're trying to do with these kinds of headlines. You're trying to interrupt their scrolling on social media. So with this kind of a headline, it's sometimes best to not even mention the name of the product, so they're kind of curious as to what is this thing you're talking about. So that's what I did here. I asked them to remove the name of the product and to remove its guarantee, because we're trying to avoid some of those claims that came out in the first set of the headlines. So I got it to remove its guarantees and instead focus on curiosity. We want to focus on the curiosity angle, designed to make the viewer want to click to discover what the product is and how it works. Creating that curiosity to create engagement. So these are the headlines that it came up with next. This device is changing how people regrow their hair. Little bit of a claim in there, but it's kind of hinting at it, and it's also creating curiosity. This might be okay. Again, you're going to have to check with compliance with whatever network or platform you're on. I don't know in a product review if you can say this and get this through Amazon compliance. I might say this device is changing how I think about regrowing hair, or how I regrow my hair, and make it personal to me if I'm going to try to put this up on Amazon. And usually what Amazon wants is a product review from your own experience. So I would just change this to pivot it toward me and my experience, rather than just saying how people generically regrow hair. You want to make it more specific to you. And I recommend that also for social media with these kinds of products, to go ahead and repackage them according to your experience. So just keep that in mind as you read these, but this is much better than our first attempt at the headlines. Discover the breakthrough technology that's helping, instead of saying men and women, help me reverse thinning hair at home. That's a good one. Doctors are leaving. Okay, here we go. Here's a medical claim again. Not going to talk about doctors if we're going to be going to an ad network. You can get into trouble there. But you might say, the doctors that I found online when I was doing my research on a social media channel, you can post this on a blog site, you can post this, are raving about this hair growth solution. You could totally say that on a blog, as long as you say doctors that I found online and reference the very doctors like we did in the last video, and cite those sources whenever you start with a headline like this in a blog or on a YouTube video. And again, like I talked about earlier, avoid 100% of users. That came out of the ad copy, the product copy. This is not a safe thing to say. So make sure you get rid of that. Or clinical studies, remove all of that. Talk about how, unless you're, again, if it's your blog, if it's your YouTube channel where you're talking about what you found in your research, you could say, clinical studies I found online saw visible results. Find out how it works. So these headlines can still be helpful. You just need to do a little bit of reworking of the text to be compliant, or to avoid any potential, FDA eyes on your work. Tired of hair loss? Try this new hands-free method. Like that. And the innovative approach is helping thousands regrow thicker, healthier hair. Innovative approach. I do like that angle. kind of using that with the tired of hair loss. That's a great call out. Okay, revolutionary hair growth tech you can use at home. Forget messy creams and combs. There is a new way to stimulate hair growth without the hassle. This goes along with a lot of headlines that do really well. Instead of trying creams and combs, try this instead. You can even kind of like, leave it very open-ended and curiosity driving, so they click on your ad and look further, or they click on your video to see how this revolutionary hair growth technique is working. You can use the word technique instead of tech, so they don't know if they even have a gadget they're looking at, or if it's a special massage you're doing to your head. I mean, anything's possible, right? So there's a lot of things you could do to create curiosity with a headline like this. A new way to fight thinning hair, no mess, just results. I like this game-changing device. Is helping people regrow fuller hair. Really great headline. Breakthrough hair growth system, doctors approved. Now, again, you want to get rid of the reference to doctors when you're talking about paid ads. But when you're talking about your own experience, just say, it seems that a lot of doctors have approved of this device. You just kind of reword that to talk about what your experience was when you did your research. Discover the latest in clinical technology. These are great headlines. Say goodbye to thinning hair. With this innovative solution, excellent, effortless way to regrow hair. No creams, no pills, just cutting edge science. I like that. Surprising new way people are reversing hair loss. Find out how this simple hands-free device is bringing real results for hair growth. Struggling with hair loss? This could be the answer. Thousands are turning to this new method for thicker, fuller hair. See why it's gaining so much attention. These are just awesome headlines. Discover the latest in hair growth innovation that everyone is talking about. Now you're appealing to social proof right here with this innovation everyone is talking about. Excellent headline. New device is changing. It's a game changing for hair restoration. Love it. Love it. These are great headlines. And a lot of those with just a few tweaks you can add to them could possibly go on paid ad media networks. Now, I went ahead and dug a little bit deeper. I asked Chat to regenerate these headlines, inspiring more emotion, because emotion drives a lot of your sales, right? So you want to inspire emotion and removing any reference to doctors, clinical FDA, and science-backed research, because as we know, that cannot be seen on an ad network like even Amazon. They will not allow that to go up. And you could end up in the future, even with YouTube Shorts or YouTube cracking down on those kinds of statements, unless you preface it with good documentation and you reference your sources. And, like I said, just be careful how you use them in your blog articles. But for this second or third go around with the headlines, I asked Chat to remove that. And let's see what it said. Imagine seeing hair come back stronger. Imagine. I love that. Love that word. To create curiosity and at the same time inspire emotion. Thousands are reclaiming their confidence. Thousands are reclaiming their confidence. Don't miss out on this life-changing solution. Great headline. It's time to love your hair again. Say goodbye to thinning hair and hello to fuller, healthier hair you deserve. Feeling defeated by hair loss? There's hope. Discover simple way people regrow hair and rebuild their self-esteem. Rebuilding self-esteem. Again, appealing to emotion. People want to feel good about their hair. And when their hair's thinning, it's easy to lose your self-esteem as that being one factor in self-confidence. Losing that when you don't have good hair. All right, so you're appealing to emotion with these headlines. I love it. Tired of watching your hair fade away? You're not alone. Find out how others are restoring their hair and their confidence. This is great. Social proof. Don't give up on your hair. There's a solution. The secret to regrowing thicker, stronger hair is easier than you think. See how it works. Frustrated by thinning hair? You're not alone. Again, trying to appeal to social proof and using that as an emotional draw into your marketing and into your product. This is really great. I love these headlines. Get ready to take back Ready to take back control of your hair? You don't have to accept hair loss. Discover the tool that changes lives and restores hair. Regain your confidence and hair. Thousands are experiencing hair transformation. That's boosting their confidence. Don't miss out. Finally, a way to get back the hair you love. Thicker, healthier hair is possible again. You're inspiring hope, the feeling of hope right now. Discover the solution people are turning to for results. You deserve to feel good about your hair again. Say goodbye to thinning hair and hello to a fresh start. Talk about emotion-provoking copy. I love it. You can have fresh start again with your hair. Why? Because of this new device people are discovering. Start hair restoration method everyone is talking about. There's social proof again. And social proof can be a powerful motivator in inspiring that emotion that can lead them to purchase your product. All right, so this is where I wrote these. Please rewrite these headlines from a standpoint of a customer who was shocked to discover these hair growth results so quickly. So now we're going to move from just the emotion headlines. We're getting better all the way down on this headline rewrite. And now we're going to look for a shocking solution this customer found. So now we're moving more to pitching it as an experience that somebody had. All right, so here's how chat rewrote these. I couldn't believe how fast my hair came back. I wasn't expecting results this quickly. See the secret that's making it happen. This is great. Wow, my hair is growing faster than I ever imagined. I never thought I'd see this kind of transformation. Find out what's behind it. I just love these headlines. It actually worked way sooner than I expected. Now, these would be really great for a product review if indeed that was your experience with the product. If you're trying it out for those 4 months or those 6 months that iRestore says you can start to see a change in your hair, these are awesome headlines. And I encourage as a product reviewer that you keep these in mind, but don't use these for yourself until you've actually experienced the transformation that they're talking about. So I encourage you to try these products because they could be a great way to boost your possible sales. If you try the product and actually experience the results that they're talking about, then you can use these kinds of headlines. It actually worked way sooner than I expected. I didn't think it would happen this fast. My hair started filling in sooner than I ever dreamed. Click to see how I did it. This is great. I was skeptical, but my hair started growing back so quickly, I can't believe the results I'm seeing. Find out the surprising way I got my hair back. You know, these are great headlines even for a blog article that you can use talking about you or somebody else who had the same experience. You can put a blog together. You can send this out on an email to your email list. You can also use these headlines and, of course, posting on Facebook in a Facebook group, sharing your story with your product. And there are groups specifically targeted toward finding alternative health means to restore your skin, your hair, all these things. All you have to do is search Facebook. And these kinds of stories would really be great for those groups because that's exactly what they're looking for. So you can go right to an audience on Facebook and use this kind of headline to gain traction with your product. I was blown away by how fast my hair grew. And you could just see, I am still in shock. My hair started growing back in weeks. I thought it was too good to be true. Then my hair started growing. I couldn't believe how fast my thinning hair came back. I mean, you could just read these. These are great. This worked way faster than I expect. My hair is growing back. Excellent headlines. I think you would get a lot of traction with a YouTube video, with your own experience with the product, and pitching it this way. Okay, now here's a reworked version of headlines replacing the call to action with curiosity-driven questions. So this is another rewrite I had chat do. How did my hair grow back so quickly? I was shocked by the results. Could this be the solution? Okay, so you're leaving this open-ended to try to get user response on your creative, whether it's your YouTube long form video or your YouTube shorts, or whether you're going to post this to a Facebook group, you want to get some reaction, ask a question instead of making a statement. Why is my hair growing faster than I imagined? What's behind the surprising transformation? Could it really be this easy to regrow hair? How did my hair come back so fast? How did my hair start growing back so soon? What's the secret? Why is my hair growing back faster than expected? Could this simple method be the key? What made my hair grow so quickly? I never thought it could happen this fast. What changed? How did my hair start growing back in just weeks? What's the surprising reason behind this? Is this really why my hair started growing again? Could this be what helped my hair regrow? How did my thinning hair come back so fast? What's the unexpected solution I found? And why is my hair growing back when I thought it was hopeless? Could this be the reason I'm seeing results? These are great headlines. These are great call to actions. And this is what I found. Oh my goodness. So when they put those questions together, I asked chat one more time to rewrite these headlines, and look what I asked it to do. These headlines are starting to look really good. Now, can you please add something that calls out for a response from the reader with a question like, have you seen this before? To stir the reader's response to the above headlines. So let's see if we can even get these even more engaging headlines to generate more response from our readers and our viewers. How did my hair grow back so quickly? Have you ever seen this before? I was shocked at the results. Could this be the solution? And then it's, it just continues on with that thread throughout these headlines. I don't know if I'm going to read all these right now, but it's again changing the statement into a question and asking a follow-up question. Can you believe this? Is this what's behind this? Have you ever tried something like this? Look at these headlines. Have you ever experienced this? Does this happen to you? Have you seen these results like this? Does this seem real to you? Have you heard of this? See these call out questions at the end? Can you believe it worked? Have you seen results like this? Excellent questions. Great to get engagement on the different Facebook groups and YouTube channel. You can post one video review. You can post shorts that then will link back to the main video review that you do. And you can use these on your email and on your blog site. Send the blogs out, because remember, you cannot, on some of these platforms like MailChimp, will not let you put your affiliate links into the email, but you can send them to a URL on your website, a website page for the product, or a website blog describing this product with a number of different products or your experience. So you can use your blog and send that blog out on email on even those platforms that don't allow for affiliate products to be embedded directly into the copy of your emails. So I hope this is helpful for you. Different ways that you can take ChatGPT's headline suggestions and really refine them for each of your market audience, whether it's paid ads or whether you're going for the organic traffic on Facebook groups or YouTube or on different platforms with Instagram Reels, TikTok. These are great headlines that you can test out and try with different ad creatives.